Happy Saturday! Happy New Year! Happy 2026, foodie friends! Welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode. My name's Nina Blake, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. As you are coming on, being notified that I am here live with you, could you please say hello, drop an emoji in the chat, and if you see the replay, could you please use hashtag replay. Now, today, we are going to make something grain-free, allergy-friendly, and delicious. Now, what are we not going to have in this? You know there's no grains, right? There's going to be no dairy, no eggs, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectin, no legume, no nightshade. And if you're going, okay, Nina, so we're making water soup? No. We are not making water soup. We are making a lectin-free, grain-free cheeseburger casserole, and this one is so leveled up. Karen, I'm so happy you're here with me. Karen is a longtime VIP. She's an amazing grain-free chef. The things that she can do in her kitchen, other people can only dream of. So Karen, I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, now we are making cheeseburger casserole. Again, no gluten, no grain, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectin, no legume, no nightshade, and it's gonna be amazing. Okay, before we came on, I browned up some ground turkey. If you prefer to use ground beef or another ground protein, go right ahead. I got my skillet here. It's still hot. I'm gonna turn the burner on though. Okay. Now, I got a little bit coconut oil, and so I'm going to take coconut oil, and then I'm going to take some easy cheese powder, and when the coconut oil is melted, we'll sprinkle that on. So right now, we have to be patient. I am not a patient person. If you know me, you know that diligence is my virtue, not patience. I am not good at the waiting. So what do I do instead of waiting? I talk. Okay, so there are three major components to this casserole: the meat, the sauce, and the topping. And the topping, it works, it's amazing, because obviously the meat is the meat. The cheese sauce is gonna be wonderful and cheesy and gooey. It's gonna be thick and rich, and it's gonna bubble up through the topping. And that topping is going to be like a burger bun. And did I preheat the oven? No. So let me do that. Okay. So we are going to really quickly go through that. So I'm waiting for my coconut oil to melt. And I have so much to share with you because there's no hidden grains in this. Say hi to my dog. If you can hear my dog Kodak screaming, say hi to Kodak. He wishes you all Happy New Year. He's upset because he's usually in the kitchen with me, but he's not feeling well, so he's resting in the other room. Clearly, he's ready for the stage. Karen was in the VIP lounge with me this morning, and she got to hear Kodak. So thank you for being patient with Kodak. So I'm just melting the coconut oil over the heat. Got some juices from the turkey in here. Okay? And with this, we are going to do what is a roux. If you've never made a roux before, don't worry. A roux is super easy to make. It's literally fat, flour. Ours has some seasonings in it. So it's coconut oil, it's easy cheese powder. We're gonna mix it and whisk it together. And while we're waiting for that to melt, what's your favorite grain-free meal? Is it maybe simple protein and veggies? Or is it something that's a little bit more elaborate? Maybe it's a dessert. What is your favorite grain-free meal? I would love to know. So, and if you haven't said hello yet, please say hello so I can reach out and thank you for being here. And I got my coconut oil melted. Be nice if I had a spoon rest over here. So, got my easy cheese powder. This one is nightshade free. Now, if we haven't met before, my name's Nina Blake, and I teach about grain-free living so that families can avoid grains and allergens while still eating like normal, because that is what we are going for, right? Everybody wants to share meals with their family. One of my favorite things is sitting down to a meal with friends and family and eating like normal so that I am not missing out. What do I mean? I mean that on Christmas Eve, we had our traditional Feast of the Seven Fishes. And I've just got my roux going here. Okay? It's already thick, but I'm gonna let it thicken up a little bit more. Okay? So we had our traditional Feast of the Seven Fishes, but this year, our Feast of the Seven Fishes had no gluten. That's no big deal. It had no grain. It had no dairy. It had no egg. It had no soy. It had no corn. It had no almond. It had no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no legumes. Yes, it had nightshade because tomatoes is a part of it. But we had 7 different fish dishes, plus appetizers and desserts without those ingredients. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to take your family traditions and enjoy them safely, because that's what life is all about, not just protein and veggies. And we might feel like we're in that space right now where, okay, the holidays are over and I just need protein and veggies and I'll reset and I'll feel good. And that is totally valid, but that's not life. There's gonna come a point where we all want a little pizza and cake, right? Everybody deserves pizza and cake on their birthday and a good casserole for dinner in between. And I'm so grateful to have you here with me today. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking that roux that I just made, it's back over the heat, and I'm adding some coconut milk so that it can thicken. Kodak is sad, he's missing out on the casserole. He should not have it anyway. He's a little old man, and anytime he cannot run the show, he has lots to say. So as you can imagine, he has lots to say. So we're gonna let this roux thicken up a little bit. And just to go over it, I've cooked up the ground turkey. I melted the coconut oil. I sprinkled the easy cheese powder over it. And now we are making a nice roux. And this recipe, it's brand new. I've been working on it for, let's see, I've been working on this for about 9 months, because last year at Christmas time, if you can believe it, Christmas time, my husband developed a lectin intolerance. If you're not sure what lectins are, they are the proteins found in many vegetables, specifically beans and grains. And we were already grain-free, but at the time I was using chickpea flour in my grain-free flour blend in my egg replacer, which meant I had to develop a brand new way of doing things. I had to redo my flour, I had to redo my egg replacer, I had to learn to live all over again. It was just like what happened to me in 2012 when I was diagnosed with a grain allergy, and I had to learn to live without grains and dairy and egg and soy and corn and almond and cashew and peanut and sesame. And we added lectin and legume to it. My husband does consume some broccoli and cauliflower safely, but I am legume free in support of him. So, now look what has happened to our roux. I added the coconut milk, and it's gotten pasty, almost like you mixed wheat flour and water, right? And you were making a roux. Roux have fat, but you get the idea. So before I can add more coconut milk, I have to whisk in all of this easy cheese powder. It's okay if it looks slimy and gross, kind of looks almost like a sausage gravy, because it's using the very same principle that you would use to make a sausage gravy, right? Fat to flour, make of the flavor, and here we go. And if you're like, Nina, I want to learn to do more things like this, well, I want to teach you. So my amazing VA, Arlene, has put the link to my calendar below. Come explore the grain-free VIP experience with me, and you can have a look at my cooking classes and my exclusive VIP recipes so that you can eat like normal without grains and allergens. It's not easy. It took me a decade to figure it out. And then, a year ago, lectin intolerance hit. I don't think it should take anybody 10 years or more to figure it out. Not when it's ready for you. So use that link, and I can't wait to meet with you. So check out my little roux as I add more milk. Yes, it's cooling it, and it would be much more effective if we were over the gas stove, but we do what we can do. And that's all right. So I am going to just whisk in the milk, and if you don't have a whisk, please, please, please get yourself a whisk. It gets rid of the lumps. It's one of those things that just makes such a difference in our cooking, right? Nobody needs a lump of cheese sauce. So I'm gonna put this back over the heat. Add my remaining coconut milk. And I'm so excited because this is going to be my dinner tonight. So thank you all for picking make a grain-free, allergy-friendly, delicious meal, because now my dinner is going to be done. And let me tell you, anytime I can skip cooking dinner and I can relax in the evening, I'm a whole lot happier. So, I am curious, what is your biggest stumbling block when it comes to dinner? Is it cooking 2 meals? It's just protein and veggies? Or maybe it's something else. Would you just put that in the comments below, because I really want to support you, and I'm always looking to learn, like, you know, how can I support you? How can I create these programs to help you eat safely and avoid grains and allergens? Okay, so we're gonna let that come to a simmer. And once that simmers, our cheese sauce is done. It's that fast. I've been on for less than 12 minutes. Okay, now we gotta make the topping, right? So what's in the topping? Well, I told you, you gotta do everything with one flour. I don't have time for 17 different flours and ingredients that always expire. So this is my flour, this is my egg replacer. They are both lectin and legume free. Okay, it's gonna go in the stand mixer. Let me pull out Miss Candy. Her name is Miss Candy. Don't know if I can get her. I can get her on camera. Great. Okay, so the lid is locked, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of coconut milk in. So we've got some lectin-free flour, some egg replacer. I'm adding some coconut milk. And there's some xanthan gum in here. And what we wanna do is we want to create a nice thick batter. That's easy, right? I mean, batters are something that maybe if you've cooked before, whether you've made pancakes, like a batter's a batter. Except when you are gluten-free, grain-free, dairy-free. It changes everything. If you've tried to, you know, break a recipe with different ingredients, you know what I'm talking about. When I first went grain-free, I thought that I just needed to use different ingredients to replace eggs and flour and that I would be fine. Oh, no, 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 no. There's so much more to it than that. There's the science of how ingredients combine together, right? Not all egg replacers are the same, and it's enough to make you lose your mind. Like, when I first started, do you know what happened? I got bricks and doorstops instead of bread. That wasn't good. I got shingles and sheetrocks instead of cookies. And there was one wonderful lady at church who gave me this nice recipe. This nice recipe for cookies made with garbanzo beans. We couldn't eat them. They smelled like socks. It was awful. God bless her. She was trying to help. But if you've been down that road, you know that it's not about substituting. It's about learning how ingredients work together. And that's really where we can start at eating like normal again. Whether you're looking to add pizza with real cheese, or mac and cheese, or just to enjoy cake on your birthday. That's where we're going. Not just one recipe at a time, but learning to eat like normal again. And that includes your family's favorite meals, just like I can enjoy my Christmas Eve dinner. Okay. Now, I didn't forget the roux. Actually, yes, I did. I'll be honest. But that's okay. I'm sure you've forgotten things before. Maybe a time or two. It's okay if you do. Now, I'm gonna slide this back. We're gonna bring back the trivet. We're gonna bring back the sauce. Now, does this look dairy-free? No, it looks like a cheese sauce because it is a cheese sauce. We're just making it with different ingredients. So what do we need to do? Well, we need a scraper. Okay, now we're gonna put the roux, wonderful cheese sauce, over here. And then we're gonna put the casserole on top of a trivet because the cheese sauce was just boiling. We don't wanna scald ourselves. And I'm gonna try and hold this so that you can see it. Okay, and if you're like, Nina, this is great. You can do this because you've been to cooking school and that's where you learned it all. No, 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 no. Never been to cooking school outside of a class my senior year of high school with Mrs. Sharkey, who taught me the principles of cooking. Point being, they don't teach this stuff in cooking school because if they did, I would have gone. This is stuff that I had to learn by messing around in my kitchen, researching, reading, and a whole lot of food science and study. And I told you, it took me a decade to figure this out. And I don't want you to spend a decade researching, figuring it out while you're hungry. So use my link below and come explore the grain-free VIP experience with me. Because let me tell you, I was just reviewing some of the recipes that are coming in the next few weeks with my VIPs. And there are loaded cauliflower bites, creamy chicken veggie soup. I'm even working on a green bean casserole. That's not ready, but there are wonderful rolls and American cheese, and there's so much coming. Now, you're like, Nina, I need you to taste this. I need you to taste this right now because I can't taste it, so you have to taste it for me. Okay, I'm gonna mix it and then I'll taste it because I know. And truthfully, if I weren't cooking for you right now, I would have tasted it 10 times already. I get it. But just look at how stretchy this is. It's cheese. Now, did we use dairy? No. What we did was we took what we know about food science and used that to create the components of a cheese sauce without dairy, grains, and the allergens that are wreaking havoc on our body. Because that's what it's all about. That's what it means to break a recipe, to eat like normal, to share meals with your family. It's pretty cool. And let me tell you, it's a whole lot easier to make a meal like this than it is to watch people eat food time and time again that you can't have. Maybe many of you have children who grapple with that because of their dietary needs. Or maybe you're like me and you're just sitting at a family function going, no, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, I can have salad. Oh, I brought my own dressing. And all you're doing is skipping and missing out. And it gets old real quick. Yeah. Yes, you can live that way, but I don't recommend it. And anyone who says, just have protein and veggies, you'll be fine. Never spent a decade skipping cake at their own birthday party. All right. Okay, I told you I was gonna taste it. Sorry. All right. Here it is, so you can see up close. Here's the ground turkey. Here's the cheese. Oh, it's creamy. It's creamy and it's cheesy. And it's wonderful. But it's not complete without the batter topping. So I gotta get to work on that. Because otherwise I won't have dinner. Now the good thing is it's 2:20 in the afternoon at my house. Oop, let's turn this off. And I'm gonna incorporate the ingredients, meaning mixing the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients on low until they are smooth. So it might take a little bit. So let's just review what we did. Okay, so we started, I browned the ground turkey. We melted some coconut oil, we sprinkled the easy cheese powder over it, whisked it up, got it thick, added some coconut milk, made a nice roux. Okay, so then mixed it all together after it had simmered and become nice and gluey. Mixed it with the ground turkey, and now we are making the topping. Now, this topping is going to be all puffy and puffy like a bun, but the cheese is going to bubble up through. So it's going to have all the wonderful flavor of a cheeseburger casserole. And again, no grains, no top allergens. No gluten, no grain, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no lectin, no legume, no nightshade. It's going to be cheesy and delicious. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself while this is mixing. In 2012, I was diagnosed with a grain and dairy allergy, and that happened at an infertility appointment. I was told I needed surgery to remove endometriosis. I needed to, and I needed to omit grains and dairy if I wanted to get pregnant. And let me tell you, there was nothing more powerful than that. That was my reason for kicking grains and dairy. So I did that, got some clumps here. All right, got some clumps, but that's okay. Just means I need a little longer. So I was told I needed to omit grains and dairy. And of the two most powerful things that I learned that day, that I had endometriosis and that I needed to omit grains and dairy, it was living without grains and dairy that terrified me more. Why? Because the endometriosis was a quick surgery. I just had to wait until my surgery date. But the grains and dairy was learning how to live a whole new way. And so after I had the surgery, I was doing my best, but I was getting really bored. And I tried substituting. I told you, I made doorstops, and bricks when I should have made bread. I made shingles and sheetrocks when I should have made cookies. It wasn't working because there were too many things that needed to be substituted, and the chemical process was off. So I stopped using other people's recipes and I tried making my own, and it was a very slow process. But after about a year, I had one recipe that was good: chocolate chip cookie bars. And I was happy with that, but guess what? You can't live on chocolate chip cookie bars. It took me 10 years to learn to live like normal. I'm just gonna turn this up and mix that, because now that the ingredients are incorporated, I can develop that xanthan gum and get the puffiness that we need for the breaded topping. So it took me 10 years until I had normal foods on my menu. Now, what are my allergies? I can't have apples, almonds, bananas, beef, blueberries, no cassava, no corn, no dairy, no eggs, right? Cassava, corn, dairy, eggs, no grains, no peas, no pork, no soy, no pineapple, no orange, no sweet potato, no sunflower, okay? No benzoic acid, no activities. My husband is lectin-free. I avoid legumes. But I'm able to eat safely because of the recipes that I have and the techniques that I use to take these safe foods and transform them into the normal foods that I can't live without. Pizza, breads, cakes, cookies, casseroles, pies, and more. Because everybody deserves pizza and cake on their birthday, and nobody should miss out because of allergies. And if you're panicking going, Nina, I can't do that, hold up, you don't have to. Just use my link and I'll walk you through the process. In the last 3 years, I've taken almost 100 clients through this process, and they've been able to eat like normal, learning these techniques and using these recipes. And if you're like, yeah, thank you very much, let's look at the batter. I think that's a good idea. Let's look at the batter. I got a couple clumps in this batter, and I'm not happy with it. I think that's because my flour might have settled. So I'm just gonna take these lumps, and I'm gonna give them a good mash. All right, so you can see it's a batter, right? Now, what does it taste like? Tastes like a batter, doesn't have much flavor. That's the whole idea. A batter is supposed to be bland, and the flavor of the cheese sauce is going to come through. So, lock the blender up, put it back on. There we go. And now it's going to continue developing the xanthan gum for 1 more minute. There is one thing about making your own grain-free foods. You can't rush it, because when you rush it, you don't get the results that you are craving. And that's what it means to avoid grains and allergens. You're going to eat like normal, 100%. You're going to learn new things, and you're going to find that you are feeling better. Now, what happened to me when I started avoiding grains and allergens? Was there a little bit more work in my life? Yes. Was there a lot more in my life? Yes. More energy, better sleep. The pain from my arthritis went away. I am 40-something years old, and while I have arthritis, I don't have pain from it anymore. When I was in my 30s, I had pain from this arthritis that was so bad, I couldn't go to sleep at night, I couldn't wake up in the morning. My blood chemistry has improved, my thinking is clearer, and I have more presence. My reaction time is faster because the inflammation is down, the inflammation in my joints, the inflammation in my abdomen, the inflammation in my face. Right? It has changed my whole life. Many of my clients are like me. Others are healing from different conditions. Some are healing from rheumatoid arthritis. Others have IBS. But many of us, inflammation is at our core, and it's the nasty stuff in the grains that triggers the inflammation. And so our doctors have recommended that we avoid grains, dairy, and other allergens. But if you're like me and you refuse to sit on the sidelines, you want to enjoy all the good stuff that life has to offer us. And if you are just joining me, would you please reach out and say hello, drop an emoji, and if you're catching this on replay, please use #replay. Okay, now here's the whisk. Again, taste it. It's nice and thick now. Okay, it's bland. Doesn't taste like much. So, I'm going to bring my casserole back. okay? And now, I'm gonna take my batter, plop it down, and spread it. Okay, you can see, it's a batter. Oop. I blessed the table with some of the batter. That's okay. That's what home cooking is. It's chaos, magic, that adds up to fun. Okay. It's a lot of chaos, but it's always worth it. Kodak says so too. Oh, what is he thinking? All right. So, my oven is ready. I'm spreading my batter. And now all I have to do is bake it. So, I will be back with some photos later on today. And if you haven't used the link below, use that link so we can explore the grain-free VIP experience. When you do, we'll meet on Zoom and I will give you a tour of the VIP recipe box and the programs that I have that are on demand to help you level up your grain-free lifestyle at your convenience so that you and your family can eat like normal again. All right, I believe you can do this, right? There's nothing that you can't achieve. There's no food allergy that can't be resolved, worked around. Why? Because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Have a wonderful week. I can't wait to hear from you all. Take care.